Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I had a little spring fever going on a few days ago after all the lockdown that we've been on, and I happened to be on Amazon and I was just going over my list of decks that I really wanted to get, and I picked out 4 that have been on my wish list forever. One is a tarot deck and the other 3 decks are oracle cards. So I think what I'll do is probably review the Old English Tarot first, and then possibly do the 2 Animal Spirit decks and compare those together, and then go through the Witch's Wisdom cards. So let's get started with the Old English Tarot. This is just one of those decks that I've had my eye on forever, and because it's so readily available from Amazon, I don't know how much longer it will be available, but it's, you know, it's just very easily obtainable, and I kind of put it off knowing that I could get it any time. So Maggie Neen's Old English Tarot is a gracefully designed 78 card deck with traditional scenes set in a panorama of medieval England. Here's a sample, the Ten of Bâtons. US Games, so I'm going to like the cardstock. It's one of those decks that I really enjoy. I've seen other walkthroughs of this deck, and it's got the wonderfully illustrated majors, and it's got minors that are pip decks, but kind of like the Pagan Otherworlds. The pips have the hint of the meaning in little pastoral scenes at the bottom of the cards. So let's get right into them. There's a little white book here. Okay, so I'm going to put the flip top box aside. Nothing special there, just a flip top. Here is the little white book. US Games, copyright, and this deck was originally out in 1997, and the reprint 2006, printed in Italy by US Games. You've got a little introduction. The very oldest of tarot decks are my favorites. So she turned to the medieval English manuscripts in the British Museum, the Luttrell Psalter, written and illuminated in the 14th century for Sir Geoffrey Luttrell, a wealthy landowner. The detailed images from the Luttrell Psalter, which range from peasant life and religious scenes to fantastic mythical creatures, were commonly used throughout the centuries to illustrate school history books, and so became familiar to us at an early age. In fact, the manuscript has been a formative influence in my own style of illustration. So it's done in an Old English style. We've got brief meanings for the major arcana. And these are all the traditional card, the traditional numbering from the Fool through to the World. Then we have minor arcana. We have swords, and she goes through the meanings: king, queen, so kind of backwards from what you might normally see. Then we have bâtons instead of wands, which is really an older name for that suit than even the suit of wands. We have the suit of cups and the suit of coins, which again is much earlier name for that suit than calling it pentacles. We've got a Celtic cross spread and an explanation. Ooh, position meanings for the Celtic cross, and space for note-taking. So that's the book, a little white book. The cardstock is lovely, buttery, semi-matte. The backs are really pretty. Look at that rich red and gold, and we've got the green striping. Very classy. Here we have the title card. The gentle, graceful imagery of Maggie Neen's Old English Tarot is set against the tapestry of medieval England and inspires a peaceful atmosphere for readings and meditation. Relax your mind and reach back to an era that spurs the imagination. Explore a place where every fleeting fancy seems possible. We've got a little copyright here in the corner, U.S. Games. So we'll go through these rather quickly. The Fool. And I love that in every card in the background we've got this kind of a Jacobean tapestry, sort of a embroidered feel to it. The Magician. Love his face. The High Priestess. And the Empress. Makes a nice mate to the Emperor. Wow, these cards match just so beautifully. I like that. And we have the Hierophant, who's traditionally been paired with the High Priestess. Okay. The Lovers card, in the older style of having an angel and a man choosing between two suitors, or two ladies, I should say. The Chariot. Strength. A very heraldic feel to the lion there. The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune. Justice. I'll move these over. The Hanged Man. Death. Simple but expressive. Temperance. I like that these cards are not cluttered up with a bunch of astrological symbols and elemental symbols and Kabbalah and all that. They're just basic imagery to appeal to your intuition. The Devil. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. Very traditional the way the images are done. We've got the basic traditional symbols for all these cards. The Sun. No horse with a baby, but they're enjoying the garden just as good. Judgment. And the World with the symbols of the four archangels. Okay, then we're going to go through the suit of swords. We have the King and the Queen. The Knight. And the Knave. Oh, interesting, he's got a rabbit and a bird. I would normally think of a rabbit being associated with pentacles. All right, then we have the Ten of Swords with the Shipwreck. Nine of Swords, being burned at the stake. Eight of Swords, imprisonment. Seven of Swords. It's got that dragon there. That's pretty cute. Got to be careful around a dragon. The Six of Swords. Five of Swords. The Four of Swords. I'll have to kind of go through and see what they intend. It looks more like a three of cups. There's three people holding cups there. But there must be a meaning that I'm missing to that card. Here is the Three of Swords. Much better that it doesn't pierce a heart, in my opinion. Two of Swords. And the Ace of Swords. Next we move to batons or wands. King of batons. The Queen. The Knight. Knave. They've all kind of got this netting through this baton suit. What did we have on the swords? We just had air and kind of little type snowflake type icons there. So this has got a different theme to the batons. Different artistic theme. The 10 of batons. Nine. Hard work and accomplishment there. 8 of batons. Seven of batons. The 6 of batons. So it's got a little more than your Marseille decks. And it's very similar to Pagan Otherworlds in how the deck is done. Oh, look at that. Look at that bird. It's sort of almost a peacock, not quite. Maybe it's supposed to be a peacock. 4 of batons. Sort of a windmill there. The 2 of batons. Getting ready to plant your field. And the Ace of batons. King of cups. We've got the kind of a wine theme. We've got grapes for whatever's going to fill your cup. King of cups. Queen of cups. The Knight of Cups, and the Knave of Cups, Ten of Cups. Another thing I like about this deck is every suit sort of has an earthy feel to it, not just the Pentacles. Pentacles is always one of my favorite suits in general because I like the earthy images that they normally have in the cards, and in this deck, in all the suits, they have very earthy images, so I like that. 9 of Cups, he's really celebrating there. 8 of Cups. 7 of Cups. The 6 of Cups. 5, 4, here's the 3, 2 of cups. Oh, the ace is beautiful. Love that. Look at the grapes in the cup. Very nice. Alrighty, and then we look at the suit of coins. This would be pentacles in more modern decks. King of coins. Queen of coins. Knight. The knave. 10 of coins. Wow, look at the detail down in that little inset picture down at the bottom. I love those dogs. The table all set, really beautiful. Beautiful 10 of coins. 9 of coins, 8 of coins, the 7 of coins, a little nod to Rider-Waite in that card, 6 of coins, the 5 of coins, kind of the want or desolation, 4 of coins, a solid foundation in your homestead, 3 of coins, here is the 2 of coins. Gee, I really like that. Look at that ship, it's beautiful. As I said, these cards appealed to me on the same level as I really love my Pagan Otherworlds. And I really love the imagery in this deck as well. Look at that Ace of Coins, isn't that beautiful? It's just beautiful. So that is a quick walkthrough of Maggie Neen's Old English Tarot. I'm going to have fun with this deck. It may not be for you if you're a brand new beginner because it's not very strictly adhering to Rider-Waite, but it is close enough. And you do have the general meanings in the book here to relate to if you need to refer to it. So take care, and we'll see you again next time.